Hey brother. Jay, it is less than a month away until Finding Dory is released, and they just dropped the final trailer, so today I'm going to give my review, analysis, and predictions for the upcoming film. If you haven't seen the third trailer yet, be sure to click right over in here and give that a quick look, and then continue on with this video. It all starts with one single word. Hello? And to be honest, I don't know whether to cry or smile. Crying was the answer. So we open on that, hello, which also happens to be the first spoken word we heard in the Good Dinosaur trailer. Hello? All I can assume is that the folks over at Pixar are having a competition to see how much emotion they can put into that one single word, and I have to say, they're killing it so far. Then we meet two new fish, one of which is fearfully familiar as he's being voiced by Bill Hader, with the other being voiced by Kate McKinnon from SNL. They ask Dory where her parents are, suggesting that Dory was separated from her parents at an extremely young age. Then the iconic Finding Nemo music starts playing, and we see a progression of Dory growing up and throughout her life asking for help. First as a teenager talking to a giant sunfish, or mola mola if you want to get technical, and you know I do. Fun fact, those things can grow to be over a ton in real life, just huge. Then we have Dory addressing a small school of silver sides in front of that VW bug, and then some crabs in front of some bottles. The last trailer gave us some hints that pollution might be a major theme of this movie, but this trailer all but confirms it, where it is everywhere. I'm still thinking in some way or another that's going to play a role in what caused Dory's memory loss. In any case, no one really seems interested in helping Dory, which plays nicely with her quote from Finding Nemo.
Please don't go away. Please? No one's ever stuck with me for so long before.
Marlon and Dory really were the perfect pair. I mean, I don't even think Marlon would have stuck with her if he didn't need someone to care for. It also makes me realize how much they are drawing from Dory's lines in Finding Nemo to kind of build her backstory. I have a feeling it's going to be very interesting to go back and watch Finding Nemo after seeing Finding Dory, and how many things that she said that have so much more meaning now. During that sequence, we also see some dolphins. Dory appears to be concentrating really hard. We have two theories here. Maybe the dolphins are prompting some kind of memory that Dory is trying to focus on, and maybe she knew dolphins back at the Marine Life Institute. Or maybe she's trying to emulate Bailey's sonar. They do look like they're making the same motion, and dolphins, like beluga whales, also communicate through sonar. Dory then quotes herself from the first movie.
It runs in my family. Well, I mean, at least I think it does. Where are they? It runs in my family. At least I think it does. Where are they?
Next, Dory pops above the kelp garden and has snagged herself on some six-pack rings. Now, this shot is just really cool because you can actually see like water rinsing down the camera lens as it emerges above the water. Marlon and Nemo rise up and find Dory. I know it's not Pixar, but I love it. Also in the background, you can see the top of what appeared to be that large underwater structure from the last trailer, and we're still not sure if this is a pier or an oil rig. Brig? What is it? The reunion is short-lived, as immediately after, she is scooped up by some Marine Life Institute workers. Where we can spot some fun little Pixar Easter eggs, the boat itself has the number 1200, which is the street address for Pixar in San Francisco, and the number 86, which is the year Pixar was founded. Then we see a sweeping shot of the Marine Life Institute, and right outside you can see what appears to be wild sea lions gathered around. Although Marlon and Nemo seem to reunite with Dory again shortly thereafter, as we see them in a quarantine tank immediately adjacent to a tank full of snappers, I want to say? No, I mean, I don't want to be too technical. Moving on, Hank the Septopus makes his first appearance, drinking actual coffee directly from the coffee pot, ironically right over a sticky note that says, "Do not eat off of." I'm looking forward to reading what all of those sticky notes have to say. I have a feeling they're going to be everywhere. The next scene is a couple of crabs telling Dory that she is stuck here. This is kind of a curious scene because it seems like they're back out in the ocean and not in the museum, so I'm not really sure what they mean by being stuck. On the other hand, fin. We see Destiny run into one of her tank walls and claim that she's not a great swimmer.
Not a great swimmer.
It seems like Destiny's belief that she's a bad swimmer is kind of coming from the fact that she repeatedly runs into walls, so you have to wonder if she's ever been out in the ocean and she's just ignorant to what else is available. Like, maybe she's not a bad swimmer, she just doesn't have enough room. It seems like all the characters in this movie are sharing the common theme of overcoming something. We have Dory with her memory, Destiny with her swimming, Hank with only 7 arms, and Bailey with his sonar.
Ooh, I feel stupid.
It's almost like they're all going to have to find themselves. Huh? Huh? What a bunch of Hufflepuffs. Next we see a few scenes of Hank just moving about the facility, and I have to say the animation on this guy is incredible. With 7 arms and no actual skeletal structure, he must have been so difficult to animate. Also, I love the attention to detail with the wet smear marks on top of the whale as he's coming down. Then Hank almost runs over a little girl in a stroller, and we probably get the funniest scene of the whole trailer when Hank immediately pretends to be a baby. Also, I think we have to mention these two people because there's been so much buzz about them possibly being Pixar's first same-sex couple. Not sure we totally have enough to go on for that claim, but let us know what you think in the towel section down below. Dory then comes face to face with another 50 or so hippotangs who seem pretty surprised to see her. Marlon then says,
"Should just pick 2 and let's go."
It's well edited, but I'm betting this is out of sequence and he's not actually talking about Dory picking 2 hippotangs. For the next scene, we actually have a mission for you. We see a whole bunch of hermit crabs using various pieces of garbage as their shells. One shell in particular is a coffee mug that says "World's Best Dad." I swear this coffee mug exists somewhere in the Pixar universe, but so far we have searched high and low and haven't been able to find it. So we assign the task to you. If you can track down the mug, we would be so very excited. Hashtag finding mug. Probably more notable than the mug is the appearance of a giant squid, and if you want to be technical, and I do, it's a bioluminescent firefly squid. Now you may think that this creature looks unreal, but Google it after you finish watching this video. I promise you will not be disappointed. The squid then chases our heroes through a series of shipping containers. It looks like one of these ships must have sunk somewhere nearby. And if you look closely, you can see that Dory is pulling Nemo and Marlon along using the 6-pack rings. In the next scene, we can see Dory staring off into the distance at a barely visible stingray migration. She is surrounded again by that swaying grass, so we're not totally sure if she's at the reef or her old home. But if it is her home, it might explain why the migration at what I assume will be the beginning of the movie gives her the flashback that kind of starts the whole sequence of events. Then we see a few shots around the aquarium and one of Crush. "Rogers! Rogers!" During these scenes, we see Dory say, "I can't find them on my own," followed up by Dory comforting Hank after he inks the touch tank.
Everybody does it, nothing to be ashamed of.
And once again, I think we're hinting at the theme of overcoming one's own challenges and not being afraid to ask for help. The text on the screen even reads, "with friends to help them." So I have a feeling Dory is going to have help from everyone she meets, but I also assume Dory is going to help each of these characters in some way as well. Moving on, we meet another new fun character.
I trust Becky.
You trust Becky. Becky's eating a cup.
Becky kind of reminds me of Footless Fran from The Good Dinosaur. She's only got 1 foot. Dory then sings her signature "Just Keep Swimming," which I'm going to predict we will find the origin of in this movie. My guess is that it's going to be the mantra of the aquarium fish, and it's what they say to one another in order to just deal with the boredom. Just keep swimming. Next we have Nemo wondering aloud if they're going to have to say goodbye to Dory. I'm guessing this whole conversation happens after they escape the Marine Life Institute. It seems like maybe at this point in the movie they have already received instructions on how to find Dory's parents, because Marlon seems to be really reassuring Dory that he knows they will find them. The final word we hear Dory say is "home" from the touch tank, so we can see where she is and the direction that she's looking in, but unfortunately we don't know what she's recognizing in that direction. We end on a hilarious scene with the sea lions Rudder and Fluke, who serve as a combination of the sharks, who are predators that don't want to eat them, and the seagulls, who Also, possible coincidence, there is another character named Gerald. In Finding Nemo, there was a pelican named Gerald.
Sun's barely up and already Gerald's had more than he can handle.
That tried to eat Marlon and Dory. So I'm wondering if this Gerald will do the same. And that's it, the full trailer. And this should be the last one that we see before the movie comes out next month, and I just can't wait. For my question of the day, what was your favorite part of the new trailer? Be sure to leave your thoughts in the towel section down below. And I know this is a lot of analysis for 2 minutes and 30 seconds worth of content, but if you want another 90 minutes worth of dissection, you can click right here to see our full live stream with the Pixar post from last night, or you can click right here to see the full in-depth review of trailer number 2. But Jay, that is everything that I've got for you today, man. I will see you on Tuesday.
Well, do it again.
Okay. No, I'm not going to. Fudge baskets!